What's going on, guys? And before I put out a top 10 best films of 2022 list, I thought let's talk about my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2023. This could have been a 20 film list. We do have, I believe, 20 films here, 10 that made the list, 10 honorable mentions. The honorable mentions are in order of release date, I believe. Hopefully, these movies come out in 2023. Hopefully, nothing gets delayed. But as of right now, the honorable mentions for my most anticipated movies of 2023: Creed 3, Spider Man Across the Spider Verse, The Flash, Elemental, the Pixar film, Insidious 5, Patrick Wilson is directing, The Marvels, Haunted Mansion, starring Jamie Lee Curtis, Saw 10, that's right, the return of Tobin Bell as John Kramer, Dune Part 2, and The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. That's my 10 honorable mentions for most anticipated movie of 2023. So the 10 most anticipated films for me. Number 10, The Little Mermaid. This is another live action remake from Disney. They hit or they miss. They miss a lot of the time, but I think that they hit with Cinderella, they hit with Aladdin, they hit with Beauty and the Beast, and I think they hit with The Jungle Book, and I think they kind of hit with Lady and the Tramp too. The rest of them, it's a big question mark, especially Pinocchio, which is like one of the worst movies of last year, 2020, 2022. That was a nightmare. But love to see what Alan Menken does with the score, and the songs. That's kind of where I'm at with it, and to see what Melissa McCarthy does with Ursula, who's one of the best Disney villains out there. So it could be something special. Hopefully, it's not a carbon copy. Number 9, Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. This is a Christopher Nolan movie. Of course, you're going to put it on the list. Didn't really care for Tenet as much as I liked his previous films, like Dunkirk. That was fantastic. So if you got a Nolan film, got to put it on the list. Number 8 is the new Disney animated film coming out called Wish, starring Ariana DeBose. Don't know much about it, but what they said about D23 really intrigued me. So I'm really looking forward to it. Could be another Disney classic. Number 7, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantum Mania. To see Kang the Conqueror come at it, I'm very excited about that. Um, to hear that they wanted to do more of an Avengers type level film instead of just a palate cleanser, you know, for Ant-Man 3. I think that looks good. I think the trailers look really good too, so I'm really excited for it. Number 6 for me is Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. I think anything with Tom Cruise nowadays, you can't go wrong. I mean, Top Gun Maverick, the guy really blows your socks off. And Christopher McQuarrie behind the camera. So, I mean, I'm very excited to see him driving off a motorcycle, off a cliff. Um, so the action of Fallout. There's a sequence where he's on a motorcycle going through the city, and I just thought it was riveting. So that's number 6. Number 5 for me, top 5 most anticipated movies of 2023. 5 is John Wick Chapter 4. Love 1 and 2. 3 I liked, but I didn't love. 4 looks like it's gonna be back in the realm of 1 and 2. So I can't wait. I can't wait to see what they do with the action with the movie. 3, I think the first like 10 to 20 minutes are the best parts of it. There's a scene where they're throwing knives. There's a scene with a book. I mean, that's all really good stuff. Number 4 for me is a film that I don't think I would have put on the list until I saw the trailer, and that's the Super Mario Brothers movie. Uh, the animation looks great. It looks fun. It looks entertaining, and it could be one of the best video game to film adaptations. So I'm really looking forward to that. Number 3 is a movie we also don't really know much about, other than it's a prequel starring Timothy Chalamet. It's Wonka. Gene Wilder's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is one of my favorite musicals. I think it's fantastic. So to see Chalamet coming in as Wonka, I can't wait, and I hope that this movie's great. Number 2 for me is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. The trailer to this looks like there's going to be the humor, but since it's the last Guardians film, it looks like it's going to have a lot of emotion, a lot of heart. Somebody's probably going to crap out in the film. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Rocket, going to be Drax. It's probably going to be one of those two. I don't know, but you can imagine somebody's toast. It looks like it's going to have stakes, and especially after the holiday special they did. Um, I'm really excited for it. So can't wait for the send off. And number 1, I think, is no surprise. It's Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. The title is a little strange. Dial of Destiny. What is the Dial of Destiny? What is the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? You got another kind of hokey title. But the trailer got me really excited to see what they're doing with the de-aging. James Mangold, I mean, he's one of the best directors working now. Ford versus Ferrari, Logan, I mean, just to name two, I mean, great movies. So can't wait to see Harrison doing the send-off. I've heard a lot of things that could potentially be spoilery about it. Hope it's not the case, because it could be a really wonky way to end it. So I don't know, but that's number 1. I can't wait. And John Williams, potentially his final film score for an Indiana Jones film. Very excited to hear what he's got up his sleeve. So that's where we're at with the top 10. Now look, of course, there's going to be those Oscar type films that come out later in the year. There's going to be the original films that we don't know anything about. There's going to be a movie about how a Snickers bar is made. I don't know. So that's my list, guys. Comment down below. What do you think about my list? Do you plan on seeing any of these movies? Hopefully they're good. Hopefully they're solid. And then when we see them, maybe it's like, oh, I can't believe, I was really anticipating this and it turned out to be a flop or a stinker. But I can't imagine any of these movies will, especially the ones on the top 10. Honorable mentions, it's questionable, but we'll see. So, guys, you can subscribe to the channel. Check out a bunch of content up now. New show, The King's Corner, our weekly review show where we talk about all the latest new release films. This Thursday night, Friday, regardless when I post it, the episode is going to be pretty extensive. We're talking about a lot of movies, a lot of new movies. We're going to be talking about Megan, A Man Called Otto. We're going to be talking about RRR. We're talking about Women Talking, and we're going to be talking about White Noise. So 5 big films plus physical media roundup with the 2 new releases of the week. So a lot going on there. You could also follow me on Twitter at RyanKing72 and Instagram and TikTok at KingOfRises131. That's about it for me. Thank you so much for watching this one, and I'll see you guys next time. Over and out.